It was a little different style than we've played the last few games. They're obviously dialed into a real good defensive game, and their systems and very structured. I was impressed with the way they played. First period I thought was real sluggish. We were tired. Our decor looked tired. Obviously they got one late in the period, which is never a good thing when you are planning on being in a low-scoring game. You know, we played a little bit better, and we were close, but it seemed like we were always about a step behind. Joe Howard had another good game, I thought, and I liked the fact that we battled and competed at the very end. Sure felt like we had more than 4 shots in the third period, but again, they're pretty good at blocking shots, and I thought overall it was a great championship game, and I give a lot of credit to Mike Eves. I think he's done a phenomenal job. That team has been outstanding since the end of November on, and now you can see firsthand why they're doing it and how they're doing it. But I'm also very, very proud of our guys and things you all know, but we've been on the road for 3 weeks, and it's our 8th straight road game on an NHL-sized sheet, and I thought our guys battled to the very, very end.
We'll open up for questions for Coach Owens.
Coach, you scored in the final minute of the second period right after Joe blocked the breakaway. What did you tell your guys in the locker room?
Well, you know what? There's not a ton of rah-rah talking going on between periods. Guys are pretty tired trying to regroup, but there was a good sense of positive feel because 1 goal, third period, we got a little bit of momentum. We felt pretty good about it. We were having trouble getting the puck out of the zone. Part of it was their D were coming down so hard. We tried to adjust a couple things on our breakout to open things up a little bit more. But basically, we just wanted to stay the course. We were hoping to get some momentum off of that. And I felt like we played decently in the period, but we didn't muster any goals.
Coach, the last minute it seemed like you had some pretty good momentum there. It took that penalty, but right before the faceoff came on the other end, did you draw anything up for a play?
Well, we've got an extra attacker play that we use all the time. We've been in a lot of close games like that. And the only thing was, Winkler was a little dinged up. He got dinged up a little early in the first period. He's usually one of our guys out there, so we put Charlie Taft out there, who was having a good game. And no, they basically know how to space it. We're trying to run an umbrella and keep the puck moving. I think that was just a case of really strong will. This team's got a strong will, and they just, whether it's Boyven or McDermott or whoever, Rylan, to keep it going. It was odd, and I don't think it hurt us. It probably helped us to have 2 TV timeouts in the last 3 minutes. It was an odd deal, and then it was a penalty. There was a penalty, and to be shorthanded with 10 seconds to go. But you know what? We really had a good shot there for 20 or 30 seconds. I thought we were putting good pressure on it.
Coach, what was said on the bench after that Rylan Schwartz goal at the end of the second period?
You know what? I think guys have been, Rylan's he's been an absolute man in this tournament, and the way he's played and the quality of the goals he's scored. And you know what? I think everybody got a certain, I don't want to say bounce their step, but they sat up a little bit stronger because there's our guy making a big-time play in a big-time game, and I think it gave us confidence. Problem was we just couldn't get a ton mustered up because of their style, which is so good and so smothering, and our 6th game in 9 nights. It was a tough combination.
Coach, you guys swept these guys in Madison earlier in the season. Obviously, they've had some personnel differences since then, but can you talk about the differences in terms of how good they're playing now compared to when you guys caught them earlier?
Well, I mean, our games were low scoring there. They're in their building. Cordelius, he wasn't eligible yet, and Zengerle had gotten hurt in our Friday game, so he didn't play Saturday. They're just much more tight. They played somewhat the same system. They're just much tighter at it, and you can just see how confident they are. I mean, you can see it on the ice level. They're a confident-looking team, and everybody's in their roles. I think that staff's done a great job of putting guys in their spots. Now they're getting some scoring. They labored in the scoring area earlier, and the goalie's got confidence. He looks big in the net. They're just an all-around better team, even though I think they're playing similar styles. They're just better at it right now.
Jess?
Scott, if I remember correctly, one of maybe Joe's first game as a freshman, or one of his first games as a freshman was in Madison in the Kohl Center, came from behind, to beat the Badgers, and he kind of stood on his head. And I was thinking kind of like a storybook ending, his last game, if he were to do that tonight. Did you think about that at all?
No, I didn't think about that. I know that we've had some decent games in Madison. I know he's been a big part of it. He's just played so well right now, and he's just done a great job. So, I was hoping, the magic I was hoping for was the Broadmoor Cup going home with us tomorrow. So that was back to Colorado Springs. That was the only magic I had in my mind.
Oh, so you felt like this loss leaves a bit of a sour taste in the mouth in terms of this being the last game they have in WCHA and going to the league?
I don't think it's a sour taste. I mean, it's a little bit bittersweet in a sense. I mean, this is such a big time tournament, and I'm glad we were a part of it and represented ourselves and our school well in the last one. That'll be a good thing. Nobody should be hanging their head in our program. I thought we represented the college and the program very well.
We'll switch to the student athletes. Questions for the players now, and we'll allow them to get back to the locker room. Go ahead.
Rylan, can you talk about your goal at the end of the second period?
Just kind of read the mistake by the defense, and Crush gave you a nice pass, and kind of beat the D up the ice, and made a little quick move on Rumble there, but I thought it gave us quite a bit of momentum, but just wasn't enough.
Jess?
Did you see something, Rylan, on that post? Did you see a gap there, or what about that one?
I was just trying to get one on net, around his body. He kind of spreads out a little bit bigger, and off the post, not quite.
Rylan, after Wisconsin makes it 2-0, the way they've been playing, it probably you figured it'd be hard to come back from, a 2-goal deficit to Wisconsin right now. Did you like the way your team responded to that?
Yeah, I thought so. I mean, I didn't think we had our best hockey off the start there. I thought we kind of slowly got going a little bit better and better. But we didn't panic or nothing like that. We just stuck to our game plan, and we ended up coming back a little bit.
William, Coach Owens has sat here the last 2 nights and talked about senior leadership and how important the 7 of you have been. How's it for you over the last 3 nights? What are your thoughts on just how years?
We knew we had a tough regular season, but we knew playoffs was a new thing, and I think guys really bought in there, and I couldn't be more proud of them. I mean, the way we played against Denver and the 3 games here, I thought we really left it all out there, and kind of had a motto in the locker room that was no regrets. So I think everyone left it out there, and I'm really proud of them.
Any more questions for the players? I guess thanks a lot. That's a good season. Take a couple more for Coach Owens. Anybody has any? Nope.